His Royal Majesty, the paramount ruler of Okpuzor Kingdom, or the Armenian of Okpuzor Kingdom, as the case may be, says looks at this to be from his background as a fighter, as a grassroots person, as someone that's been in the system, before he gave up arms to take over the leadership of his place, Okochiri. Is he speaking from, because what we saw doesn't look like temporary, because the minister of the FCT is still insisting on having his way. He's still saying his structure must be maintained and all of that. We also, but his political son, being the governor of the state, is saying it's just a dispute between a father and son. We had the elders forum of the River State Elders Forum yesterday, talking about how Fubara should not allow people use him to fight his godfather. That Wike is right, and that Fubara is the one that is basically, being used to cause all the problems. But Edwin Clark don't seem to think so. And several other persons that, like Senator Magnus Abe, and several other persons that have given their voice on this. So I'd like to bring you in here. And so when His Majesty said it's a temporary thing, what exactly do you think we're looking at here?
Firstly, I want to say thank you once again for having me. And very quickly, I think I will align myself with His Majesty when he says it's a temporary thing. It's not going to last forever. Because whether I would like it or yes, similar life, Fubara is going to spend a max 8 years at the maximum stay in office. And if you're going to spend 8 years, 8 years is equally temporary in the lifespan of any human being or structure. But with that as it may, it is important and pertinent to stress that the present situation in River State is for many of us an applaudable one, a welcome development, one that some of us saw coming, one that some of us analyzed or predicted. Some people say it's prophecy and all. The truth cannot be overemphasized. However, we would want these political structures of Nigeria, not just in River State, but everywhere, to start collapsing. Because the structures people claim and the people I would say talking about are structures that have impoverished the people, structures that have destroyed the system, structures that have only been able to build strong men, whereas the systems themselves have almost completely collapsed. Whether we like it or yes, I make bold to say that if what we are hearing, because it is a pocket of rumors here and there, nobody has come out directly and clearly to say this is the feud between the governor and the ex-governor, because both the ex-governor and the present governor has not come out to give a press statement and say this is the issue we had, this is what led to what, and this is where we are today. We are all just a lot of persons are working on speculations. But be that as it may, it is important to note that when you hear funny statements like, is it not my right? Have I not worked? Will I not have my percentage or whatever? And all of that, these kind of videos that has made the rounds. And when you hear the governor say, you cannot work for the interest of one person or just a person just controlling everything, we must come to that point where our words will be matched with actions. A couple of years ago, precisely 3 years ago, the ex-governor of this state was on air when he told the world, Edo is not Lagos. The Niger Delta people are not people that they need a godfather. They don't need a godfather. An educated mind should be given the liberty of freedom. Because even our maker has given us a free will to think and take actions just the way we ought to. More so, it is important to note that many of our leaders today are opportunists. I take us back to memory lane in 1991, when we're talking about democracy, the first democracy. A lot of people, the likes of the Austin Okparas, the likes of the Wole Soyinkas, they all went to their council to become councillors. Because at that time, great minds wanted to make things work because they understood what the legislative arm of government should be. People needed to share good ideas and postulate good laws. But when that government crashed in 1999, it was like a charade. The military was just only playing with us. They were going to still take the government back. So nobody wanted to even spend their money. Nobody wanted to waste their time. People were just sitting aloof and watching. And some funny set of people, permit me to use the word, funny miscreants just started running among the streets, the political sphere. And they've been able to, over time, because this democracy has come to stay, they've been able to, over time, amass so much wealth and have become political leaders. Of which persons? Of what structures? And what has been the political gains that these persons have been able to bring to the fore? Unless we address fundamental issues from the roots and face people look people in the eyes and tell them the truth. When I listen to some of the senators, some of the honorable members who were making the statements that they made, I asked myself the question: was it not the same election we witnessed and were observers and were part and parcel of in River State? It's not the same election upon which we do not, up until date, we do not know the INEC returning officer of the local government council, upon which that result was still equally announced by INEC. Both the River State government and INEC itself does not even know the agent that managed that election. So this is the kind of country we have bequeathed to ourselves. This is the kind of country we have found ourselves. And now we have tried to make very serious issues look seemingly light. A lot of people are staying in the comfort of their glass houses and think that every other person could just imagine glass houses and it becomes their lot in their dreams. The reality is staring us in the face. Whether we like it or yes, River State is just one case at the moment. Many other states will equally have its turn.